So guys, as said, I am back with the weekly shorts discovery. The new maps are out, map 46 to map 50. I will go back into this week, and as you can see, I got into the top 100 with a rank of 91st. So that is nice, gets some trophies. And now let's have a look at the old records. Also first of all, my time here is a 21:19. The question is, what could we expect here? Hard to say. Let's actually do it a bit different. I just opened the map. I think I don't see the records yet. I think I see at first my own time. I think there's not much possible. Yeah, we see it here. Also I got a .19. I have no idea what is possible here. But people, if there is any chance to get faster, a faster bounce, you can see my record right here. So you don't really make this jump super clean, but with an air brake you keep the grip. Now I don't know how much you can actually gain by this, if there is really the chance to get more speed. I would think it's not possible to get a zap, but it all depends on how much you can actually gain in that section, how much momentum you can gain. If there is a sub possible, then people went for it. That is obvious. But for now I will say it wasn't possible. Do I say that? I say it's a 0.5. And let's go in, and it is a 0.2. So it wasn't possible, and you can be sure they tried hard. When you're so close, then they definitely tried very hard. So here you can see the comparison. He did a small side ramp, and that gave him the extra speed over me. And if we add the others, then you see they are all pretty equal. But Flechetas got an interesting nose down here on this last ramp. Do you see that? I don't even know what caused it, but this gives him the upper hand over the other players. Let's have a look from the player in 5th place. Yeah, also the small ramp cut is basically the solution to this track. Here an air brake, okay. Yeah, he didn't hit it fully perfect the last turn. Interesting. Okay, this is now the second map. Valentine's Choice. Which track was this? Ah, the grass map, where I went grass. I guess that everyone went grass here. I tried to improve my time a little bit, but I actually stayed top 100 either way. I think there's also not super much to gain here. It's still a pretty simple grass section, but I say a 10th ahead of me, 64. 55, holy moly. I mean, I am just barely top 100. Very inside line. Does have less speed, but he lands on more downhill, so it's fine. Ah, look at this no slide. No slide abuse by Sin. That is the reason why he has the world record, because he's clearly not in first. Shield Bandit also got it really good. Like if we look at Shield Bandit, he is also quite... he goes very outside compared to the other players. And also goes into the no slide and manages to keep the speed, but he overjumps it downhill a little bit. Interesting, okay. Then let's go into the next track. Next one is Glizzy Clyde, which is a very difficult to judge map. Also I heard Lars, who said, yeah, they are gonna have, I think he also thinks that the top records have an 18 seconds time. Yeah, it's very difficult to say how much you can gain. I say now 1873. Let's go. 1865. Okay, I was very close. Corny actually with over 2/10 of a gap. What is this already? Why is this better? Yeah, this is crazy. It's just crazy. Just check this out from my perspective. Tutututu has a similar start than what I have. But he got a better line here. I mean, these are huge gaps, no? 7/10 behind Corny. But holy moly, like, this is incredible. Like let's actually just spectate it from Techie's perspective. He's also doing this wiggle. Corny already got the best start. And then this cut jump, Techie finishing backwards, amazing. Okay, now we go into the fourth track, which is Golden Mirage. And on this track we have, oops, now I already looked. But I also saw a video on YouTube, so I kinda knew what I can expect, time-wise. Shield Bandit with a record. Yeah, the snowstorm is basically what gives him the record. Also the key on this track is that on this transition right here, you want to land early, but you also want to skip the penalty somehow. And look, he lands already now and starts to accelerate, but his car is wobbling over the penalty. He's not having a grip on all four wheels for a moment. And now he has, compared to me, a tiny bit more speed. And this is the speed that he takes into the cruise control section. So he has this as an advantage also for the exit. Here's the reset, and he has 322 or something. I had that similar good, like I have a similar speed, a similar angle, but now he lands on the exact spot while I'm still jumping. He is landing here already, and his nose goes down, so that his nose also still lands quite early on the last bit of the downhill. And then he gains a lot of speed. If we spectate now the 5th place, equal with the 4th one, they all will be very similar, I assume. Turtle is a little bit behind. So Turtle got the best ending here, with the most speed, to equalize on 4th. Okay. And now we go into the last track, which is gonna be Symmetry. And here it's difficult to say, like, it's so crazy on what kind of position I am. I only try to get the AT, and of course many people try to only get the AT. Like, how much can you actually possibly gain on ice? I think there was also no cut here, but how much can you gain on this run? Because this is already quite difficult to do. But I will say some ice players found a way to do 14.79. So let's have a look. Oh my god, am I close? Holy shit, that is just 100 off. Yeah, okay, so we got a 14.80. Ah, he does it completely different in the start. He doesn't go straight, he goes to the side. Oh. Okay, yeah. It feels like I should have tried that at some point. I should have maybe seen that. Okay, yeah, this looks actually really dumb, because if you compare this now, then you see how much I'm actually losing by going straight. I thought the exit was a nice angle that I got here, but yeah, this is basically all the time that I'm losing. My ending is pretty similar, to be honest. Look at this. Ah, a tiny bit worse. Like, at the jump off, he still keeps more speed. So if we look at the 5th place, then we see that 4 of them are going to this side, and they are all doing basically the same strat. All going far right, then making the ice slide to the left. They have all pretty much the exact same line, but they exited slightly different. But Unproven Ruben and Turtled here with basically the same approach. Shield Bandit, as a comparison to them, was doing a very different line. He came from much further right, is here more inside, and comes then back like that. But there's one driver that is going the other way around, and that is Twist, who is of course kind of doing the same line, just on the other side. and he got 4th with it. Alright, that's it with these old tracks, Hello Rioter, and now we go into the new week with map 46. A map by Snooty. It's a tilted map. Nebula's North. Okay. So wanna keep grip, of course. This here is the most dangerous section. I have the feeling it requires to slide that, to drift that. Ah, rip. It's not a good line now. I need a different approach for this ending. I actually forgot about this again. Wait. Now how do we do this the best? Is this a slide before the transition? Maybe. Okay. Okay. The top 253, of course, want to get much better now that we played this already on the first day. I think that this has to be a drift. I'm still a little bit unsure with the line there. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, I wanted to pre-slide this, check the difference. I can take an auto slide, but this is also unsmooth, I don't know. Also this ending part doesn't really feel right, and this here is extremely risky. Whoa! Psyniac, thanks for the raid. Yeah, also here I have to full risk. I need the maximum exit speed that I can somehow get. That's for sure. Basically 2 key parts on this track that matter for the time. Okay, 60 seconds. Incredible, Susubi is again in first already. Like, he's hunting the weekly shorts so much, he's like the weekly shorts player. Unfortunate, that was actually sick. Oh, I have a lot more speed, but too much speed actually. Oh yeah, but you see, oh god, haha. I believe now that this is actually an auto slide. If you take all the speed, I just started playing, I didn't play map 2 yet. I will come there. But now I saw what I want to do on this track. Now I think I can cook on this. Oh! As you see, already in the start, I can gain some time on my ghost by actually taking the first turn in this curved block and still keeping the grip. Not my strength in this game, but it's possible, as you can see. And then you can, of course, get this transition even stronger than how I got it. And then the auto slide in the ending should be also better. In the wall ride, I figured out that I can gain a lot still. Oof. And this is a bit weird, you get the airtime earlier than you expect. The way this is tilted is of course the reason for that. Here I kept it, oh wow. Ah, I lost it in the ending, 46th. Why am I so far in front? Holy, what happened? Okay. That was actually crazy, I was a lot in front. So I went too far to the right in my ghost. I can also go further left and yeah, still keep the grip. That's tough to get a good angle there. Okay, it's all about taking the correct line here to keep the grip. Like this is then too tight of an angle. Oh, but this worked now, huh. Still lost most of it though. Yeah, when I'm taking the wall ride too smooth, then I have too much speed. I had a small release that it costed. But that's also so typical, no? When you see what my initial line has been in the start, like how much I went to the right just to keep the grip, and then I was still jumping. Yeah, when you can also just go that inside. And even if I lose now slightly the grip, you see this is still a good start. But if I keep the grip, I'm so much ahead. Like, in this game, I say it, of course, every time, it's multiple cup of the days I was saying it, I really struggle with keeping grip and having an idea like, when will it jump off? This... Yeah, and that's of course also important in this weird block here. When will it jump off? When will it jump off in this wall ride as well? But of course, after driving this a little bit, you figure it out. That's obvious. I try to come from far outside to have good exit speed, but I shouldn't take this too extreme actually. And the thing is, my PB ghost got it pretty good. Like, that is the best section of that ghost. The landing is so weird though. I got 29th now, but the landing is so weird in the ending. Because the more I cut this corner, the more unsmooth I will land. Yeah, but now you see the comparison with the ghost. Like, it's always gonna be... Like, the finish line is just so close that you want to go for it, you know? You just want to go for that. But it's really a map where it helps to have the ghost on to compare, because the lines here, without ghost on, I would not be able to find the fastest line. I would not be able to feel it. But now I figure out, okay, you can actually go extremely inside. Hello, Real Edward SV. I'm still not super happy with my time. I think today's discovery is gonna be a little bit longer than usual. Hello, Opsic. $4,000. Yeah, okay. No, I jumped. Oh, damn it, that was sick. That had potential. Hmm. Yeah, there is something weird with this block, with this transition block, which is also one of the reasons why I often struggle with this. Also, I don't know what it is, but you have this transition here, yeah? And I would think, just logically, that if you are on the furthest left, that there is the highest chance to not get airtime. If you are the furthest on the left side. That is my logic. But the feeling now when I drive is, whenever I'm very far outside here, I do jump. But if I am a tiny bit further right around this line here, I'm actually keeping grip easier. But why is that the case? Like, can anyone explain that? But it's definitely also the thing that I am experiencing right now. That if I'm going far outside here, I will jump off. But a bit further right, I can actually, with the same angle and with the same speed, still keep the grip. But I don't really know why that is the case. Because look at this, for example. This is like the line I would say should work, but I still jumped. And there is there are other rounds, other lines where I think that cannot work, but it does work. It always confuses me a little bit in this game with these transitional blocks. This kept grip, okay. Ah. Sadly, I lost it in the ending. If I get that together, it will be amazing. Yeah, I got airtime with this. The thing is that I need to jump a tiny bit at least in order to get the air, in order to get then around. Like if I don't jump at all, it's not working out. Okay. What a beautiful looking time. 17.777. I don't remember if I ever did a 777. The 888 is a very standard time that for whatever reason happens very often compared to .333 or something like that. which I don't see that often. But 777, then also a 17777. Also I will keep it at that for now. I think that's a nice time to start with. Okay, I'm quickly chatting. Let's see what Granati's answering.
Looks like this is definitely level kind of.
Then I write Granati here real quick.
This is just something.
Okay. Just want to know if Granati still makes TM awards. Huh? Where do we go? Ah. I wrote at a very bad timing, I see. I wanted to know if he makes the TM awards. Let me check if there could be cuts here. Also, there are of course reactor boosts, which is always a thing to consider. But how would you... It could of course go against something here, but I would not hunt that of course. I can try that shortly if there is something happening if we do that. You have to go around, so now we get even this. You can of course always go for the... You can of course always go for the reactor up. But I think we have... Is it reset or normal reactor again? Reset. Yeah, wouldn't be enough for that. Then we have checkpoint here. And then we touch reactor down. So here, however, I don't know what's happening if you go against something here, if you can actually fly to the finish. That's really the question, but this is something for people like Corny. Otherwise, I would think going up this wall could actually work. So, yeah. Now the first thing that I wanted to try... Oh, Nick with a raid. Yeah, hello, welcome. The first thing that I wanted to try was if this would give you some kind of heat by any chance. But I doubt it. I also don't really want to hunt it, but I quickly check if there is any chance for it to happen. Yeah, around this. And if you fly, then you would land in a bug slide. Yeah, this is like the idea, but very unlikely to be honest. So, and now, here's nothing happening. Nothing happening. I want to touch such a signage. See if something could happen with this, but no. So now this. This is, I think, a cut. I think this works. If you touched, also if you can get into the finish, which I think it would work somehow. You could also just stay on the full left side here, theoretically. It's very difficult to get the angle done, though, I have to say. But yeah, it's possible. This is a weekly short map. One of the new tracks. Of course it will be difficult to get a run through if I'm going directly for this. Maybe when I have a good run I first should drive it normal. And we can also always compare that when I'm behind I'm going for the risk strat. If I'm in front I'm not doing it. Of course not much slower here. Go around like that. Now we could do it. I was of course releasing. Wait, what was? Oh, I finished. I didn't want to finish, but oh, that was fast, guys. That was actually maybe the better strat. Upsala. Yeah, it doesn't look that easy again. Yeah, but around this. So I'm still finishing from the side that you want to finish normally, that is intended. But I take a zoop. Yeah, it's a great event. It's really exciting, these matches. Also, I was also really looking forward to it, and it made a lot of fun to spectate that. Of course, it writes some nice stories again that we can use in TM Awards for next year. I played the time attack, but not enough. Like, I didn't have much time. It was then slightly not enough to hit the top 100. I was 123rd. Oh, there we go. But only 97th. Corny has also the world record, of course. Do you really want that we spoil you and tell you how he ended up? Because there is, of course, there will be surely VODs where you can rewatch everything. That is maybe more exciting than if we just tell you yeah or no. Because it's definitely worth to spectate yourself if you have the time for it. But now you got, of course, the answer. But it's not completely correct, the answer, right? The position in the group was a different one. Also this, I didn't do it on purpose. Not fully on purpose. But I think this is a way to gain time. If you survived it. Yeah, Granadi is through. He will be playing in Milton Keynes. Maybe I should go inside. I'm not sure, because it's not really simple to do that full speed then. No. I have a bug, guys. I was actually stuck in camera 3 at the beginning of that round. Yeah, also I could think that it's better to go inside. Or 10th, okay. I'm always too early, holy moly. Like, you have to hit that very inside, it's very crucial so that you get the orange reactor also as quick as possible. And there was not a line for the triangle. It's a bit unclear what the best line is in the start, in this left turn. If you want to brake tap a little bit. But first of all, you have to really hit the timing when you steer into the corners. But I did that now on purpose. You can definitely get a small zoop there, and I'm pretty sure the world record is doing it in the ending. Because I had a bad start, I went for it. Oh, yeah, I got it. You saw that. Like, in that moment when I'm jumping a little bit, it's almost much faster. Ah, rip. I mean, maybe I should go fully on purpose now, always on that. Yeah, but I have to watch out that I do it correct. Yeah, it can also look like this easily. Ah! Oh my god. Yeah, such a finish would be perfect. Oh god, I PP'd with that. Very bad finish though. Also I have the feeling if I get a run through, I will have a good position, to be honest. A mystery in 30, I see, okay. Here you see exactly what I gained with the soup. But you also see I couldn't control it perfectly. And because I couldn't control it, I was dropping behind again by a lot. But if you get a soup and you keep a nice line into the next left turn, but this is maybe then a little bit random, then GG. It was stuck for a moment, but this is already 25th. Damn. Ah, RIP. Nein! Ah, so dumb. Bully Bully war the start. How often do I wanna crash there? Oh. Yeah, sadly I was not hitting the upper part for the zoop. It's actually interesting, sometimes I touch, but in theory could still continue, maybe it's even, maybe I can even get a good line still. Difficult to get the angle for the line that I want to do. Oh, I clipped so much. Hardly not even that bad. I PP by 1000 with this crap. No way. Trip. Which reactor? The start one? Oh yeah, I also need to get a good angle for the turn, of course. I take basically the advantage that the time that I would lose to get a good angle is not as much here, because I get at least the reactor earlier. That was at least my idea. But yeah, you see actually multiple lines kinda work. This edge is sadly a little bit in the way. Okay, 7th. I kinda missed the ending, but it was still good. It was still good. Like, what the heck? You can tell your cut idea, yeah. I mean, I have also ideas where I think I would never go for them. Reactors, of course, give you options. Yeah, I keep that to you to do that. This is not something I would hunt. Not sure if it's possible. When something is not sure if it's possible, I don't really have the motivation to hunt it. But yeah, let's do 5 more minutes on this, because I think I can still improve this time that I have. Because of this ending. Yeah, I gained time with this. There was just one respawn, I think. Let's actually get rid of the ghost, because it could be in the way visually in the last uphill. I see, of course, the 1 or 2 on my car, so I can have an idea how good the start has been that I'm driving. And then we do 5 minutes longer hunt. got the gear there. NT means nice time. Yeah, you got the answer, yeah. Yeah, I got a PP. Look at that. And I'm still 7th. I gained that all in the ending. Liegestütze, that's push-ups. Ah. I want to hear what Konati's saying.
I won't have to work on that front. Nice. Very good. Fine, yeah. Slept until 11. Like, check me out once now. I didn't. I was all on two. That's actually. Yeah, true. Maybe passport. Oh, but it's possible. Yeah, like
No TM awards, damn. Oh no. What a sick start, what a sick soup. Woo! Yeah, no! Ah. Bounced off from this wall. Again, I bounced away. I didn't get that souped into the tight finish. Also there's still more possible, to be honest. Aha! Third place! Let's go! There we go. Okay. I break to get tighter around, and then I want to straighten up for the gear change. That is my idea, but it is also possible that I'm doing things wrong. Definitely also possible. So, oh. What is this? Oh. Now I'm very interested. Do I want to... Is that less creepy? Oh, it's an Arius map. Oh, fuck Arius. Now I don't know really the... Is this now dirt or not? Is it normal dirt or not? No, it's not, because I would not immediately drift. Okay. Ugh. I think that was an interesting idea that I had there. Let me check for cuts. Huh. So, how easy is it to leave the road? Very easy. Let's say it's very easy. How easy is it to leave the road? Then you come with speed and you want to get over something like this. Not easy. Okay, multilap is here. I could, for example, also do the whole track the other way around, like backwards. It would also work. Interesting would be if you could combine this and this checkpoint, but this apparently doesn't work that simple. Because I really don't know if you would be able to jump over it. Like if you would come from here and manage to jump from this over the border into this, that would be a line that could actually be huge. If that was possible, that could be huge. Definitely. But I'm not sure if that's possible. Ah, but there are definitely things that you could try out. Yeah, I know. This is what I wanted to try now anyway. Oh. Oh, you even get a nice wall bounce there. Ah. 1.2 seconds behind. Apparently. I'm not completely sure what loses me the time exactly, but it seems to be slower. Another thing that I saw is yeah, I could try that. Let me try something else. Oh. Ah shit, I missed one checkpoint, but imagine I would have these 2 checkpoints and then I would go into how much time? Yeah, this could be better. Yeah. Oh. And that was bad. That was bad. That is not bad, this line. So basically I connect these checkpoints here. And the thing is that between this checkpoint and this checkpoint, there is no other checkpoint on this route. And that is what I want basically to skip. That is my main idea. So I want to only go once in this direction and take all the checkpoints here in one go. That is the idea. And I could of course do the same line the other way around now. Yeah. We could try that, because the forwards route seemed to be faster. So if you start now and go directly here, turn around here, and take those checkpoints in this order. And then the question with this checkpoint is still how do I want to get over this? That is the main question here. Like, this was still the very slow part. Ideally, I would just like to turn around in this checkpoint, if that's possible. If I get that tight around, that would be optimally. And if I go the other way around, then I'm in here and have to still get to this side, or I have to somehow get into the checkpoint and then leave it again into the same direction. Yeah, that's a bit unclear. Maybe I could basically go actually like this through the checkpoint, and then I go over 2 bumps. This is also what I could do in my current line. I could go... Yeah, I could actually jump with this one directly over. Oh yeah, that is better. That is better. Also, I could do this, for example. Yeah, and then but let's try the forwards line first. Then I would come here, here, and then I would do that ending line. Ah. Oh man. But let's take the advantage from seeing this line. Because compare with my ghost, now I had, and that was still not great, of course. Oh, there's a lot possible, guys. And it's of course not difficult to hit everything here. Woo, I got it. No. Fuck. Yeah, apparently. Well, I'm not completely sure if that is the fastest line that I found, because on such an open map there might be more possibilities, you know. Now I'm improved with this. Ay, 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 ay. For this line, the question is really, what can you do with this checkpoint? I can go in like that and out like that, but is there also a better way? Oh, I got it one. What did I do different? This checkpoint here. That I am sliding into it. Like that is the main advantage now that this route has over the other one. This annoying checkpoint is actually gettable just with a drift. And when I'm coming from this direction, it is very unclear what is the best way. Should I just go backwards and forwards again? Which is of course not that great, or can I actually get this checkpoint and still get around, you know? Then it would be of course great. But I have the feeling this small backwards is kind of needed. Which I don't need in this line though. But maybe we should shortly see if there's also a different strategy possible. Something completely else. But I don't think so. I mean, this is pretty good already. What is a bit annoying is this checkpoint, but it's always gonna be annoying. Because whenever you go through the checkpoint, you will be on that side once. What I can try, of course, is to also slide into this checkpoint. Also basically I go down the whole straight, and then instead of going around and going over the bump, I try to turn around in that CP. That could also work. Maybe. Because on this line, this is always difficult to do. Even though, actually, I could jump into this checkpoint here. Yeah, and yeah, I could do that, of course. And then with the part here, you could of course also try to turn around this checkpoint and go over this bump for a better angle, but this is always gonna be a bit annoying, this section. Not gonna lie. No, you cannot backslide with rally. Of course, Arius is however doing something with his surfaces here, that you could always discover new things, but that shouldn't be possible. Ja. Also, okay, there's one other thing I could do, but nah, that's actually dumb. Because then I have the same issue again. It would be that I go like this, and now I have this more direct line, you know. Not sure what you mean. You mean if you can finish from the outside on something? The checkpoints, it didn't work. Oh, so, okay. Also, let's go a bit this line again. So many options on how you could do that. Oh god. It would have been 3/10 in front. It would have been 3/10 in front, guys. But then you see I can improve this line of course as well. Arias is doing his own surfaces. You don't have the surface like this. It is dirt, but it's probably mixed with ice or plastic elements so that the car is sliding very easy. Also getting a turnaround in that CP seems to me very difficult. Also. Ja. Yeah, backwards has actually potential. It's so confusing. Forwards I can still gain in the very start against my ghost, but then there are some parts where I often lose time. There are of course also many awful to drive parts. What a fast finish. Ah, unlucky. Also I definitely struggle to improve forwards. What I like here in the backwards is the start. This direct bounce. And acceleration. That was fast as well. Oh, I lost everything, but 1.3 we should remember. I can go for a copium timer. But I had a pretty sure line, maybe this. Improvement by 500s. I'm not really a fan of this backwards driving so much, also that I take a checkpoint, go backwards and go forwards again. Not really a fan of that, but it seems to work out. But I still think, like, if there was a way that I turn my car around here, bounce a little bit and can directly drive again. Yeah, maybe I have an idea how this could work. If I get the angle. RIP. Also. Ja, difficult. Something like this. But hard. I have Discord, yes. Exclamation mark Discord. Also, I have the feeling I'm still missing something, actually. Because we have to say that I am currently with my copium timer only improving by maximum 3/10. And I doubt that they are all that close now in front of me on such a map. There might still be something else possible. We also didn't really try long enough what kind of potential this line here can have. Oh, yeah. Now it will be difficult for the backwards line. Also the ghost off helped me a lot. Good night, Opsec. But yeah. Or if you would get over this directly at the start. Achso, not you. Achso! Yeah, good night, quick. Oh, I got over it. I mean, this could also be huge, if I get that. Seems very random, certainly. The thing is, if I would get over this, then the line where I go... and imagine I would make it twice. But if I would go over this, no, I wanted to try the line where I take this checkpoint, and then I go diagonal to this one. This diagonal is not that great because of these blocks that are positioned here. Now you cannot really take the diagonal line. But if I would make it over here and go from here into the checkpoint, it would obviously be faster than if I would have to turn around in a checkpoint. But now imagine I would then also get over this wall. No, I said from the beginning, if there is a chance to take this combination here to actually jump from here into here, if that is possible, it is in the best route, for sure. Because this checkpoint is so isolated from the others. And if you could connect these two, it would be amazing. That means the idea would be that you go here, over wall, you go here, you go here, you over wall, you go here, and then we take my backwards route. Then this is our last checkpoint, and from here we go into the finish. So I would even skip all this really slow turning around. I would skip all of that. That would be really cool if that's possible. But it would require to get over these walls, and this is then the annoying part though. Because I have no idea if that is possible. And how difficult it would be. But if I don't do that, no. I'm way too far behind. Well, but I can look if I would have the speed. Would that work? Actually, I get over this wall a bit easier. But I don't really get into the other wall. Sadly. That would be, of course, what I want. Yeah, but this is too annoying to hunt. I think I wouldn't go for that. Let's hunt a little bit the line that is so far my fastest. Even though this half a second improvement seems pretty good, I have to say. Oh. Oh no. Okay, there is more potential. Let's hunt this a little bit. Like if I get that start good. 21st. I found MK Chickwit. Yeah. Yeah, also I can improve this still by very few tenths, but I have still the feeling the top records do something different. Because I would expect to have a better position by now with my current route. If my current route was the correct one, I would expect to have a better position than this. In the end, it's still rally car, and I know this car very well, so lol. So I would see myself a bit further up if I would do the correct thing. Are you doing the same, MK Chickwit? Because we are now very close together. Also, probably we are close together. Nah, you say. Also my other strategy was doing the same route but the other way, like backwards first. I was trying both routes quite a lot now. Now I would be interested. So you do these checkpoints the way I drive them now, just the other way around. In the ending of your run, basically. Interesting. I didn't see that much potential, but it was very difficult to drive. This here is easier to drive, to be honest. This was too tight. CP1 to 3 to 2. Is what? Oh yeah, CP1, okay. Yeah, CP3 to... Yeah, this is also the other route for me. The question for me was, with this line, how to take this checkpoint the best. What I just realized is, maybe I should go outside here. I never tried that. Oh. I didn't see that yet. Yeah, this is of course much faster than anything else that I tried so far. Ah. .2/10. Ah. I clipped at the finish. Yeah, this was the key checkpoint. Okay, there's of course also another key checkpoint. MK Chickwit. You saw me maybe, I go over this wall and then I shortly drive backwards into the checkpoint and then forwards again. What do you do? Do you do that also like this? Or do you somehow make it forward? Or do you just go into this and then you drive backwards the whole track through this checkpoint into the finish? It's also possible. Yeah, also you do also the short backwards, yeah. Okay. But yeah, this here is the important find, that I can actually go outside. I did not realize that earlier. This was not good now though. That is not fast enough. But my forwards line is also close. Like my forwards line I could also still improve by a little bit. This is fast now. Sadly, that wasn't that great. Oh! Okay. Oh, that's counted. Okay. Ah, there we go, 10th. Okay, now we are making ground. That is literally such a back and forth on this track between driving backwards and forwards. I was switching so often with what I believe is the faster route in the ending. Now I was actually thinking, okay, I cannot get the times with the backwards route that I reached forwards, but then I figured out the main shit part of my backwards route that I can do differently, and now suddenly backwards seems a bit faster again. Incredible. This is slower, so I guess I want to use the wall there. I wonder if Arius planned the cuts. Or if he was just like, yeah, probably there is something, but I don't really look for it. I don't know if you can reach his time if you just drive normal. I think I got, with my first cut that I did, I got the AT. I didn't check beforehand how close I was to it. But the cuts of course make this quite a lot more interesting, also that there are several ideas on how to... Like, first of all, the backwards versus forwards route is an interesting thing. The second interesting thing is that also if you have like decided for one of the two rounds, how you exactly drive these parts, that's also interesting. Oh, I got stuck, shit. That was fast. Yeah, okay, 300. But is this map so hunted? Because it's such an interesting map? Or what is the reason that I am still only on 10th? Because that run was literally good, and you first of all have to find the route. And I think, like, if that is the fastest route, I wouldn't have expected people to be that fast. Maybe I'm still doing things wrong. This here is of course a bit RNG, or you get over the border there. I mean, many things, like that I touch this border there again is not that great. And not this exactly the same. Ah, oh, that would have been equal. Amazing. Oops, I go wrong. But let's do another run like that. Ah, okay, rip. I mean, to be honest, I didn't try. I should actually try that. We found now a line that I can of course also do in the forwards approach. You know? Yeah, that's fast. 0.1. Oh my god, 900s. It is a back and forth on this track. Like, ugh. Yeah, obviously this is the same fast. Now that I saw that line. And I had that one overall really bad still. I mean, obviously, it's the one is forwards, the one is backwards. Like, why would there be much difference? I mean, there are differences in how we drive parts. This checkpoint here must be better in the forwards way, because I am just sliding into it. And I don't have to back off. So it must be better. But then I have the feeling that this section is a bit slower. I mean, how do I go back the best? Probably right here. Maybe I should actually YOLO it over this wall, over the white block. The ending here is cooler, but which is the start and backwards. I like more like this, because it goes directly back and forth. Rip. Yeah, you can YOLO. And faster. I dropped positions! I'm now only 13th! No, I'm pretty sure that backwards is faster there. I mean, the only thing I could see is maybe a YOLO jump. That I angle my car to the left and jump, drive against this pillar, and then it turns around and hits slightly, and then I go forward. But the backwards acceleration is also good enough. I don't really know. I don't really need to. I got you. Oh my god. Such a hard way to get back into the top 10 again. We found each other again. It's very interesting, this backwards versus forwards thing. Now I really thought, okay, backwards is faster, and then we find this. But imagine I would have somehow triggered SCP. Oh, RIP. It's all about these YOLO transitions. Makes really a lot of fun to hunt such a map. Can't believe that Granadi is now actually streaming till the ending and is not doing TM awards. That is actually crazy. Oh! Yes. You have to do your votes now. I don't know if Lars ever used the opportunity to say that in his cast, because he had a lot of viewers. He could have easily said something again. Okay, guys. You can vote up to 2 votes in each category, but you can also just do 1 vote. I will now move to the next track, but I will definitely come back to this once I get a possible rate from Granadi guy. If he is trolling with his 24-hour stream title. I hope he's not doing a 24-hour stream now suddenly. Ay, what is this? Huh. It's another map where we have to find the way first. Interesting. Okay, let me check. Of course, you cannot really find it out with Cam 7 too much, but first of all, I think it's better to take more downhill, in theory. And then you jump, naja, ideally, probably into here. But we have to check that out. We definitely want to jump into the earlier finishes, right? Because we hit them earlier. The question is, from where can you jump off to get into them? I would say you have to be in the middle here. From here you wouldn't make it, you have to be in the middle. So how do you get into the middle? Naja, from the top. I mean, this, yeah, and we get to the top. Something like this. This here is the only weird part though. Yeah. We don't really have much space here to make this turn. Is it the same on the other side? The other side has this weird line, but this is just a block mix. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna watch. Oh god. No, that cannot be better. It cannot be better. It's basically me driving the normal line, just doing some overvolts in the ending. But I'm not even sure if these overvolts would be faster than if I would just drive the map completely normal. So on this map I'm pretty confident that this is the best route. Like, do I even want to search for more different routes? Because why would this not be the best route? Why would it be not the best? That is like the question. What can be better than that? The only thing that I do not like too much is this huge ass jump that I have here. I could go the other way so that I'm on this side, because here I could ramp cut. That is only possible because this thing is here in the way, but not here. So this is a slight thing that I can improve, and I will try to end here the other way around. But I wouldn't really see why there would be anything better. There's a difference here, where we have this block, but I don't really think that we want to get onto that and jump, or do we? That would be weird if this jump would work. It's just a lot of airtime. But we have of course also this block. Oh, I completely overlooked this thing. That's an interesting block, but I don't really see how this would help. Like, you could go maybe onto this. Yeah, you have to really hurry a lot. Yeah, I don't think that this works. Upsala, I forgot something. Oh, but this is also better here. Yeah. I think there are some advantages in this line. But yeah, here I want to ramp cut. The question is how I do that the best. Can you even barrel roll somehow? But I doubt it. I mean, I do barrel roll. I don't want that. I want to avoid it somehow. The question is how. And if I do a barrel roll, then it has to be a full barrel roll, like 360 degrees. Then it could be interesting, because it would be a low jump with an early landing. I'm at 15.4 already. Basically doing now the same line than my 15.4, just that I want to try one more jump lower. Also here I of course also want to try landing on the downhill. Yeah, no, yeah, I have to overjump this, I think. I mean, if possible, then also land before, still drive the full thing on the plastic. Would be theoretically better. It is so difficult to not flip over. But I'm pretty sure that this is what you want to do in the ending. You want to use this side because you can jump lower, can land earlier. That is the main idea behind that. Lines are quite weird. Is there a plastic bounce possible? Something? But this is not plastic. Something here. So if there was plastic on the underside, then you could basically jump against it and have early grip. That would be also sick. But I doubt that there is anything plastic from these blocks. Would be new to me at least. If that was plastic, I can make Ghoster maybe. And do one bounce like that once. I don't know. Ach, RIP. That wasn't also optimal. Also surviving these side jumps is actually quite difficult. Nine! This was the first good lap, and I would have liked to know how much faster I am with it, if I'm faster at all. I hope that I would be faster with it, like this just pure logic, kind of. Yeah, but I lost also time. I didn't have a good landing. It's very difficult to get a run through. The first landing was very nice. Yeah, there we go. 14th! Guys! That was the lap. That was the route that you have to take here. Just a clean landing, then I got this one also finally. And then just surviving. It was very easy to find the lion though, I have to say. It was really not that difficult. Okay, we can go next. Just pulling off the line was difficult. So I did Granati's, like I opened Granati's stream and I saw that he is actually playing a map here, and it's this one. And it is of course a map for him, Snow Car. It's already in second place. That is a pretty good map pack for me as well, I have to say. Whoop, yeah. Are there any cuts? Yes. Because I don't see Granati driving cuts. I mean, that would be crazy if this map had cuts somewhere. This is actually a pretty long part without check. Where's checkpoint here generally? Ah no, there's checkpoint. I completely overlooked at that because I came from, yeah. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't believe in a cut. And I mean, I can look at Granati where he's driving. I don't see him doing any shortcuts. So I can tell you, if Granati would end his stream and raids me, I will go back to the rally map because that is for the viewers way more interesting to watch. Because Granati definitely didn't do a good time on the rally map. But it would be very boring if they see Granati getting world record here and then he raids me and then they see me driving much slower on the snowcar map. No, it would be dumb. It's a very precision styled map. And I want to also add, this is a Zaitsev map, and there is a huge history with Zaitsev maps. So he is from Trackmania United, and he is the best time attack player in the environment Bay. Also once Bay is going into this game, whenever that happens, you can be sure that Zaitsev will be in the top records. He will surely hunt them. And he did build a lot of mini-maps already in the past, especially Bay mini-maps, but also in other environments. And also in TM 2020, when that came out, he did build a few mini-maps with Stadium. He did build a few now Desert Rally maps. He had also own campaigns. I think he texted me also just lately that he opened up a new campaign. And with a lot of mini-maps. So there is a campaign in this game where you have 25 of his maps. And back in the days, and I talk about easily 15 years in the past, maybe more than 15 years in the past, I really liked to spectate Sidesurf how he was hunting his own tracks on an online server. That was really fun to spectate. '40th already. That was really fun to spectate him. And where's Action Key 4 here? Can I use Action Key 4 on the whole track? I'm not so sure with this one part. And I really liked to spectate him how he was hunting a 10 seconds long track. And when I had to go on toilet, exactly that one run he got through. And drove a super good time. I was always like, I spectated him literally for 3 hours, procrastinating my studies, homeworks. And in that one moment when I was not watching, he was of course getting the PB. Yeah. So, good job, Enki Chiquid. Did you do now my line, or did you still go backwards in the start? I know, wait, what was my line in the end now? So I was improving with forwards in the ending. You still do the backwards. So interesting, right? Yeah, so in this map pack I will be easily top 100. I could go for the top 10 as well, but for being in the top 10 in this, sadly in this point system, you need to have one very good record in the top 3. You need to be top 3 on one track, and maybe that's not even enough. If you have one top 3, you still need to have another very good position. Of course, I can have multiple good positions on this map pack. Valley can be good, snow can be good. Definitely. I just check, I see of course Granati's time. I completely overlooked it so far that I could just see what kind of pace he has. And I know how much I'm still missing. And he has a 0.02. And that is enough for second. And he just drove a 0.35. But it shows him top 1 world. This is, I think, this bug. Yeah, like he didn't even PB, but it showed him first. It's super weird. I mean, he's really trying hard to get that world record, but it's not that simple, apparently. PPs is really good, though, I have to say. And Ryulu also hunted on 4th. Of course, also a good map for Ryulu. I think he got it. It's all about that section, to be honest. check Fanati's replay. It's just showing it. Yeah, it's again very difficult to realize what the heck is the reason that he is gaining so much time. In the end, it is just the smooth driving. It's just crucial on this. But just in case he's ending now with his stream, I will now move over to the dirt map, the rally dirt map. We try to improve here. Alright. I will stick with my forwards line because I still think that I can improve this by a lot. What is Granati's time here? It's secret, obviously. Wait, why do I see the times in Duisburg? Is that normal? Or is that just because nobody of them has the AT? Ah yeah, nobody of them has the AT. Okay. Keep that TM Awards link in your copy paste. In case the raid comes in, we will post this link really quick. I'm again in the top 10. Oh. Guys? MK Chickwit, where are you? What did you say what you got? 22.8? Wait, I have 22.7 now. Huh? How do you know that, Grizzly Speed? Is there footage of that? Ah, okay, I thought so. The techie is probably streaming that as well. Yeah, I watched it. He rated Bren. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, then we check Techie stream, I guess, because what kind of sense does it make to hunt? I guess they are clip. But what kind of sense does it make to hunt a line that is then apparently not the best? You can see his VOD.
It's recommended to me. Strongly.
Yeah, you just...
I mean, hey, it's improvable.
Yeah, now we will see it. Also he goes for the
No,
backwards.
just wait for me to improve and then you see like Orny at the top already, because yeah. Right now he's 4. He's something. Of lurking. Orny type 1.
Ah. Okay, we see the difference.
Oh. Wait for me
You
to
see the
improve and then
difference
you
now.
see like Orny at the top already, because yeah. Right now he's 4. He's something.
Uses the advantage of the speed
lurking.
here and then bounces over this. It needs 2 lucky bounces and then he has the advantage that he can do the drift there as well.
Oh.
Which is basically exactly what... yeah, basically it is a mix. Basically it takes the advantage or the positive things of both routes. The one thing is you can do this nice drift through this checkpoint here. And I mean, of course, he goes a longer way, because I am in this checkpoint and then I go the tightest line. Yeah, he goes now diagonal over 2 borders, but if they are, of course, if he goes lucky over them, this is in the end just better. Now you can wonder, can you do the same route backwards? Yeah, not really. Okay, naja, then we do that. Well, first try is a second behind. It shows it's not a super guaranteed direct PB. Yeah, need to be lucky here. This was good. Yeah, it needs a bit of practice. But eventually you will get that. It's of course difficult to hit that perfect, so that you just barely hit the CP line. I mean, you have to risk that. You have to risk that slide, sure. You have to be very aggressive in that slide to get the angle in the end. And just pray that the car stops at the right moment. Hello, Job. Welcome. Yeah, but the thing that Techie is always streaming it, how he hunts these tracks when they have cuts. Now it's of course also a bit against the idea of the weekly shorts. I take no advantage from it to just see his line. But obviously it would be better if you really have to figure that out yourself. No? Now the question is, would I have figured that out? I don't know. I don't know if I would have searched for much longer. That you can actually do that diagonal line. Like, this is of course something you don't directly realize. You see, I didn't improve my PB yet, even though I know about that line. The thing is, you have to know that you can get so lucky over this, but obviously if there is something luck-based, there is a chance that that it can be very fast. There's a chance that there's more possible to gain than you first think, at least. This is the case here. Naja. What I can tell you guys is, streaming wise, I had different expectations from today. Also, first of all, I asked Virtual also if I could be casting this event, because I extra took free on the Sunday from work. Because there was, of course, I wanted to qualify for that Red Bull event, and if I qualify, I wanted to have free time now, obviously. So now I couldn't qualify, so I knew, however, that I have time. This is close. I got it. That I have time to cast. I tried the time attack, but I didn't have much time to hunt the maps, and it wasn't enough for position 123. It was not bad, I was not far away. But I definitely, like, these last 4 tenths that I was missing, they would have required a lot of practice to get them. That's just because the pace actually got that fast towards the ending. This is good. Yeah, 7th now. Wait, and it was BP's ahead of me. Someone else also improved just now. It was BP's on 7th, right? And I was on 8th. But now I am on 7th and I don't see PP's in 8th. So someone else also overtook. Naja, and so my idea was, okay, but I took this day extra free now. No? I wouldn't need this day free. It would be fine if I was working today, actually. Now that I cannot play the Red Bull event. Now I wouldn't have needed to switch the shifts, because due to switching the shifts to have today free, I was having to work on the day before we hosted our TM Awards show. And that made everything very difficult to get finished for the awards show. And I can tell you guys, we weren't finished for the awards show. We went very unprepared into it. Like, having an idea who is saying something to which nominee. Having everything noted down, that you have your own notes, but nothing. Like, we had no time for that. We went very direct into this award show. Just finished a few of the details on the website for some nominees, and then many details we didn't even include at that point still, which was annoying. For, like, there were people actually, like Spam and Bren, they immediately went through the TM Awards in their streams, and at Match of the Year they had nothing to read because we weren't finished with that. And then I tried to be really quick with adding details for Match of the Year in the Google Doc, but I was at work, so I couldn't actually add them on the website. But Lars was not doing it, like, he was not looking into this Google Doc. He was also completely done, had other things to do, he said, but it was of course not optimal, because, like, it would have been very important to have details for Match of the Year as early as possible, so that the others can actually see these things. Because what do you think will happen when you have Match of the Year? They will never ever watch a whole video, they don't know what's up with the SEL Canyon Grand Final, they have no idea about this match. So what will they actually all vote for? Naja, the things that I know, and that is XP Evo Final, it's obvious. Now, everyone knows about the XP Evo final, some know a little bit about the April monthly grand final, and naja, this is what they vote for then, obviously, you know. Something like LSC final, no chance that they vote for that, even though it's super good. Like, we were just missing it, we were not really ready. And if I could turn the time back, then I would have said, okay, if I don't qualify anyway for the Red Bull event, then I would have rather had that day free and today not free. But now I had it free today, so my idea was I would like to cast that, but I already knew that this is gonna be not so simple to get a spot there. The question is now how exactly, also how easy could have it been? The thing is, you don't really get answers from Virtual. Virtual answered myself about his project for his next main video. He answered me, he asked me things that I answered him as good as I could, but then I asked him if I could cast this Red Bull event and I get no answer. Naja, I see there's an advertisement, so I wait for a moment with speaking further. Yeah, now of course Lars had the idea, not the idea, now Lars had the chance to cast that, which of course gives him a lot of viewers, a lot of fame. I also sometimes, so not directly asked, but I kinda asked a little bit at least, if a duo cast would be possible. But I'm pretty sure that Lars didn't want a duo cast. Like he said, just so, I don't know, but I think he just didn't want. And, naja, okay. It's also fine to be a viewer. Then I thought, okay, at least I have then, I'm kinda the only one to do the Cup of the Day. So maybe in that moment, between the matches of the Red Bull event, that will actually give a lot of views. Well, I think I had a maximum of 42 views, and I got literally third in this Cup of the Day. Like, I had a really good Cup of the Day. Div 1, third place, almost won it, but it was only maxing at 42 viewers. And then I had, during the week, the idea, I said it also in stream, that it would be really cool, as they are all, like all these big streamers, all those big players are now invested in this Red Bull event. And I thought once this Red Bull event ends, after some hours, they will be all ending their streams and they will be all kinda in the mud. And I thought like, yeah, that would be my chance to do the weekly shorts in the evening when everyone ends the stream, and then maybe I get many raids. That was my expectation, but it's, now, as you know now, it went very different. Many people actually continued now with their stream, so I kinda started my weekly shorts for nothing. Like if I just go for, I hope I get raids, and that is actually so interesting. Hunting now a map for world record is of course the most interesting thing for people when they then find out what the best line is. But that all didn't really matter now, because everyone continues streaming. Larsen also decided he does also weekly shorts, so I wasn't even the only one. Now Granati decided to stream for super long, which I never expected, because how often did we ask him to do the Trackmania Awards in his stream? And he just never did it. Like, he had now the perfect chance in the evening, after he got through, to just chill a bit and go through that. That would have been really easy to do, but he still doesn't do it. And then he's, however, very long online still, so that Lars is actually raiding Granati, and Granati is now actually raiding Bren. So from my whole plan, literally nothing worked in the ending. Just to describe a little bit the feelings of the day. Naja, I don't really want to say, Lars, let's do a cast, I want that. Like at the end it's of course his decision. Or I don't want to force them to raid. It was of course a gamble, but I mean I assumed, let's say I assumed that what will happen is that after Red Bull event is over, they will end their streams because it went over several hours. They are all quite exhausted. It was just what I assumed to happen. And I felt it was very likely to happen that then either Granati or Lars, that I get some kind of raid, but that even a guy like Bren is now still streaming, that they can raid, like that there is even someone else to raid at this point with Bren. That is something that I didn't expect. I didn't expect that Granati would be streaming for so long. I didn't expect it with Lars, because Lars also often says that he is very, naja, in the, like after multiple hours of streaming, especially casting, that it's that is then too much for him. But he was then also seeing his chance, his golden chance, that he could do the weekly shorts discovery today when others are not doing it. But now actually everyone was still live. I mean, they also look, of course, about like how can they gain the most amount of money, and they know exactly to do that you want to be the first one to do certain things, or you want to be streaming at a time where there is nobody else streaming. This is basically the idea. And when you're small, then you especially need others to not stream at the same time. And I just expected that this would be happening this evening at some point, but it didn't. That's basically the only thing. Ben kept complaining about the event. What is he actually exactly complaining? That would be interesting to know. I mean, he was of course unlucky with not getting through. And I think the most sad I feel for Scrappy. Because Scrappy, I think, completely deserved it. Scrappy was definitely in the top 8 players today. I would say. Like, I don't know what happened on the first map, on the dirt map in the last chance. But he died at a flip somewhere. I don't know if what exactly happened to him. I just know it was happening at a flip, that he lost his first life. And he lost it at a moment where it was super free to survive. And I think that some people made a mistake by not going straight for the flip. Like, they don't need to do time attack. They don't need to speed slide to the flip. Just go straight. I think the flip never went wrong for me when I approached it straight. Without speed sliding before, it never went wrong. But yeah, I don't know now if Scrappy went the safe way for the flip and it didn't work, or if he was actually doing certain things. The thing is, Massa also lost a life at the dirt flip. Massa also lost a life there. So both Massa and Scrappy lost a life in that dirt section. And I must say, for me it felt like the flip was extremely inconsistent when I tried to speed slide before and get the most amount of speed. But once I just wanted to survive and went straight, it worked. And at some point, I even just decided to go straight even when I go for PB. Because I got just a much cleaner flip and that helped in the ending. So I'm confused that this actually went wrong for them. But these are of course unlucky life losses. No doubt about that. And Then obviously, also Massa's mistake to go for the rail, that was just... Also the thing is, I saw spam. I saw spam before, like this afternoon, before the matches went live. I saw how consistent spam has been in that rail. And because of that, it was obvious to me that he will never ever do that rail. He has no chance to survive it. He is really not good at that. It was obvious that he's not taking it. And especially since Big trained the safe way, and they were both very good, Granadi Massa, in the safe approach, they never should have gone for that. Literally, really. Like, Massa could have maybe even overtaken others by the safe way, who knows. But in his position to go for the risky was really not clever. But I also knew that spam is never ever going for that, or never ever surviving it if he goes for it. Because he was really struggling with that. But yeah, the fact that then Scrappy lost both his lives, because Scrappy was doing really good. Apart from his early life loss on Dirt, he was doing extremely good. Opsic, thanks a lot for... thanks a lot for your sub. So what did you write, Transporter? Hi Miles, have you ever thought about streaming in German? Well, except when you're on voice call with the guys. It could perhaps be a unique characteristic and shift the German community a bit more towards you. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, but I'd be interested to hear your opinion. Greetings from Krefeld. Wait, from Krefeld? This is very close to me. I actually, when I started streaming, I had the one German day in each week. Like also when not a couple of the days were starting. We were in a voice chat and we're doing English. And every, I think, Thursday or so, I decided today is the German stream. I did that because on YouTube there were people asking for it. There were a lot of Germans back then. Also I was bigger on YouTube. When the Cup of the Day started, I was the only one to upload them frequently. I was always Div 1, I was always far in Div 1, often top 8. So I had quite a lot of views. And there were many Germans, they were actually asking for it. And then I decided, okay, I do one German day each week. Now I don't really know if it would really... Like, the thing is that, of course, many others, amazing PB, many others would have no chance to understand it then. And I don't know if the German community is big enough. Like if I would now start speaking in German from these 40 viewers, I would first of all lose a lot of viewers because they don't understand anything. And I don't really think that I get German viewers back. Because I think everyone is kind of used to understand English. I don't know if people would actually join a German stream. No idea. But yeah, Spammy getting through, as this is the biggest surprise ever. But it was, in the end, obviously also very lucky. I wonder if Granati let him through on purpose. Imagine Granati is so sure of himself getting through, as he was still at 3 lives, that he let Spam pass on purpose, just because if Spam then qualifies, he would be an easier opponent in the finals. Imagine Granati would do that on purpose, that would be crazy. But yeah, was a really, really cool event and great matches. In the end, I think it was the, like, Scrappy just deserved it. Like, no, he was just deserving it. I mean, and everyone that got second in their group. Granati, of course, got second and then still made it, but all the other second places, I believe, didn't make it. And for all of them, this is, of course, unfortunate in the ending. Now, Bren got second behind Alcon and didn't make it. I don't know how he exactly lost his lives. Then Scrappy, of course, behind Pack, didn't make it. And Mata versus Noob Prime, yeah, Noob Prime didn't even play. Like, it is so confusing with Noob Prime. Because he also said, like, if he qualifies for the World Cup through XP Evo, then he also wouldn't have been interested to play the World Cup. He's only doing whole things. Yeah, Noob Prime would have been interesting to see, because he was also very good. But I'm happy that Carl is through, because what would it be without Carl? I'm anyway a fan from him. 6th place, ahead of Corny. Yo, Transporter with a gift sub. Thanks a lot. But yeah, instead of Spam, of course, Scrappy or Massa would have deserved to be in. Or would they both deserve to be in? I mean, Massa lost his slice really stupidly. In both knockouts. Like, he lost them very stupidly in the last chance. But he lost them also extremely stupidly in his other match. Like, of course it would have been difficult to beat Elcon in the ending. Anyway, that would have been difficult. But the way he lost the lives, like he was so close to go back to 3 lives, but crashes the last turn and instead goes down to 1. And also that he lost the life already was of course also done. If he didn't lose the first life, he wouldn't have lost the second life as well. And then he was not able to get a life back. Like, that was just so annoying for Massa. Definitely he lost the knockout a bit stupidly, and then on the last chance also. Yoba with Prime Sub, thanks a lot, and Opsic with a gifted to Raganyu, thanks a lot as well. Naja, so who were the guys qualifying now? It was besides Spam, Granadi, Carl Jr. It was also... Who was the 4th one? Ah, the 10th. Affy guy, yeah. I mean, Affy kinda deserved it by how long he was at 3 lives. But what I would have found interesting is really Scrappy, because Elcon and Scrappy, we know that both of them are extremely good players. That decided to not play competitively anymore, like on that level with World Cup and so on, where you have to practice very long. And I kinda want to see these players qualifying in such an event. And now we saw Elcon qualifying, which I didn't like to see, because we know that he is extremely good in this. And it would have been just interesting to see also Scrappy qualifying. It was of course also the perfect format for him now. And then you have to see, do you remember that round against Pack, where Scrappy, oh, yay. Do you remember the round against Pack where they both crashed? Like, Scrappy will be so mad about that round, because it was literally the free ticket to qualify. It was the free ticket. Like, if that wouldn't have happened in the same corner for both of them, he would have saved at home. That is so annoying for him, no? You can imagine. Because that was literally the easy round, his easy ticket. Also the fact that he didn't win the round against Pack where Pack won a life back. Also that is the thing, no? Also both factors, and then he's losing it by 1 life, and he was for me definitely a favorite. He was definitely a favorite for me to qualify then, because he was just so good and also so clutch on the maps. But then, yeah, the dirt flip didn't work, and then it was on Alpine. Twice on Alpine something. And twice also close. Just by a hair that he didn't make it. Really unlucky, you can say. I have no idea how Techie actually got over the walls so good. Even though we have his footage, of course. Another PB. From Germany. That's confusing. The name of your nickname just changed between your last 4 messages. The color of your name just changed. In my OBS. I have to say at least as well. Like the first 2 messages were purple nickname and now it's the green nickname. Naja, I'm soon ending, guys. Ach, RIP. Under 10 seconds, you mean? Well, I know there is a server with many of those tracks, but there was earlier also competition. Under 10 seconds and also an under 15 seconds cup that I participated in, where we discovered them and did a rounds format on it. So there I played a few of these maps. But there are way more tracks, of course, on the server especially. Also, I definitely don't know. Like percentage-wise, I'm still missing a lot of them. Yeah, he did it. But I have already many ideas for possible nominees or something that I should at least write down into my Google Sheet from the things that happened during these 5 matches. And I think someone like Tween also got a bit fucked by the maps that they had to play in the last chance. I think he would have done very good in the last chance if it was just on the new tracks. Because it was interesting in his group how long he kept all his lives intact. So you see I have the pace to go faster, but I think I never ever got this double overwall really good so far. In my PB it was better than in my last try here, but this is the main part where I lose to Techie, that's for sure. All the other parts are quite simple, but getting this double overwall any good, yeah. I probably have to rewatch his VOD and see exactly how he, what angle he approaches the wall and what he steers. Because this is the main section, of course. Oh, I forgot. It's unfortunate. Obviously, want to see that live and until the ending. That was definitely exciting. It was so open who would make it. And it is actually so surprising that we had a surprise. A surprise player to get through that you would have never expected to make it. Because there were so many people where you would have said, yo, this makes sense, this player looked good in the match before as well, he should make it. But then you have this surprise player who got only 9th in his group. He got only 9th. And which was the exact expected position that he also mentioned. It was the expected position to get around 8th or 9th. Ah, 6th again. Yeah, sadly the rest will be decided by lucky overwalls now. I think I end here at this point. I am on 12th overall. My positions 5th. Yeah, I'm 5th on this track. Guys, a reactor off-road map and I'm 5th. That's actually crazy. Wait, is Techie not first? He is first. Wait, he is first on 2 tracks. Then it cannot be right that it shows him on 59,000 points. Like, if he is really still first on both of these tracks, then he has at least 80,000. Yeah, my positions are really good. This map I only played very short now. to do that more later. This one here I will probably not thrive any further unless I see someone doing a much different, better line. But here I could hunt, here I could even try to improve further. Here, naja, theoretically, it's not so nice to do. And snow, I can definitely get a better rank because it's snow.